All right, y'all, today I'm up on the roof. I want to show you some different clip options you have for when you're doing a peak like this, a slant, a slope, where you don't have accessible gutters to clip onto. I got three options for you. All right, I wanted to show you a couple different ways to attach lights when you have fascia like this, because there's no gutter here because we're on an incline. So how do you get your lights to attach? So the one way to do it is to use these. These are the circle clips. These are the same ones that we use on gutters. I'll show you how they look on a gutter. Now when you put them here under a shingle, it's attached the same way, and you just slide it underneath the shingle. Now you can see it's pretty thin plastic. You just slide it under there, and you can push it up under there and it'll grab. Now, I'm fortunate that these shingles are not glued down tight. They're pretty loose all the way up, so I can use this. By the way, if you have last year's circle clips, this is last year's. They're a little bit thicker plastic, and this is a little bit longer, and so it did make them a little bit more difficult to slide up underneath there. The newer ones are a little bit more stubby, and they get up under there a lot better, so that's just improvements that are made. But that's one way to do it. So you can just put them right underneath the shingle like that. They'll slide up underneath there and they'll hold. This is an especially good solution if you also have gutters like that you're going to need to be attaching. You only have to buy one kind of clip and it'll work for your gutters, and then it'll also work here underneath your shingles if you have this type of installation needed. All right, now if this type of clip doesn't work for you because your shingles, they just won't allow, again, that's some pretty thin plastic, but if they won't allow that to go under, then we have these. These are shingle clips, and these are super thin. You can see they're pretty flimsy like that. They'll still hold, plenty strong, but these are really thin. And then you can also bend them like that if you need to, which gives you a little bit of pressure to hold. But the way these work is you just take your socket right here, and then you just line it up right there. And these are also integrated clips. So the nice thing about these is they'll stay with the lights year over year. They won't come out. So you just put that in there, okay? And now that's on there. See, and now these will slide up underneath the shingles, and these are a lot thinner, see? So this one right here, we'll see again, mine aren't glued down, so they're pretty easy to get under there. But that's how those work, and you can slide those back as far as you need to, and that also holds tight. So you have this solution here that's underneath the shingle and holding this way, and then you have this solution here, again, super tight, that's not going anywhere. So that's a second option you can use. And then a third option are these. These are magnet clips. Now these aren't gonna go on the shingles, these are gonna go on the fascia here. And so before you buy these, you wanna make sure that you have magnetic. If this is aluminum, if this was aluminum on your house, a magnet won't stick. But because this is steel, you can see the magnet sticks. Now we tried these at my buddy Jason's house, and I didn't think they were that strong, but it's been 3 weeks now, and you can see we have wind and everything else. No snow, but we have wind, and he says they have held up tight. They are not going anywhere. So these are definitely strong enough to hold lights. So let me show you how you do these. There are a couple different ways you can face these. If you face them this way, then the magnet's gonna stick against the house and the light will stick straight out. Okay, so there we go like that. And then you would just stick it on there. And again, I've got this one in, so this is off, but you'd have a whole bunch of them going down like that. And you can see, and that does hold tight. So you can see that sticking straight out that way. That's a nice solution. And again, that's just a magnet. So that works really well. Or you can have it so that it goes like this. And so now you can see, so now it would be hanging straight down. Some of you like to have it hang straight down, which kind of makes sense. Icicles hang straight down, so maybe the lights do. I also have white fascia here, so the warm white against the white would look good. And then of course, if you want to, if you're going the other way, you can turn it around and you can have it stick straight up. So that's what the magnets do. And again, my cords are off just because I'm showing you as an example here. Me personally, I prefer them to stick straight out. So I would go with this configuration here. That's my preference right there. And it just sticks straight out like that. So there you go, there's 3 different options. We got the shingle and gutter clip that you already have for your ridges or for your roof lines that you can use here if your shingles are accessible. And then you have your shingle tab clip, there you go, shingle tab clip slides under there. And then you have your magnets that'll stick on steel fascia if you want to go that way. So now I have full training for you. I have a guide, I have videos that'll show you how to do this step by step by step. We also have bundles. If you want to just get a package that contains everything, your bulbs, your line, your clips, all that kind of stuff, we have packages set up for you that'll save you money. But again, I want you to know you can have the brightest display. You can do it super custom, you can do it semi-custom. I've got the training you need to have the brightest display this year. I'll give you links here, so click or tap for more information, and I'll see you up on the roof.